So here we are at the Friday Courage Hour at the end of the hour, and we have a few minutes to mastermind. So this is the Courage Hour. It takes courage to do anything, so we can talk about anything. And this morning, we have a group that both Beck and I attend called Lectio, and we talked about actually one of my favorite of David's Psalms, Psalm 18. And so I thought maybe we could talk about the courage that David had and how he relied upon his faith and the perfect nature of God's love for us. So I don't know. I just thought that might be. David is an interesting character in the Old Testament, and he certainly exhibited a lot of courage, but he also relied on his faith. And so I know that that's certainly a component of my life that gives me courage. And I thought we might talk about our faith and how that gives us the courage and willingness to step out and do what we want to do. So I don't know. What do you think, Beck?
Yeah, something that came through into the discussion was, it really came down to trust. And being present in the moment was also something that came through, to be trusting in, trusting in what's happening, trusting in the unfolding, and being able to have peace in that trust, because it is a deeper level.
Mm-hmm.
And we talked about obstacles and, walls, and leaping over them to have that trust gets us, further.
Yeah, I love. In fact, that was what I kind of underlined in this. I went ahead and read the whole psalm, but I went ahead and underlined that part where it says, I have run through a troop, and by my God have I leapt over a wall. And that's such a symbol that we use in Fearless Living, is when we get stuck and we hit those walls in our life. And there was the most interesting Facebook quote last night that I copied out. It was somebody talking about walls in our life. And they said, a wall can also be leaned upon and give you rest. And so sometimes, because we look at walls as being negative, right? And yet sometimes you can lean upon that wall and rest a while. And that might be the message of the wall. And I thought, wow, I never thought of that before. And so that kind of opened up my mind to think of, when we hit a wall, take time to reflect, and look at how you got there and what's on the other side, and really let that wall be a positive thing in your life. Rather than thinking, I've got to break this wall down, or I've got to go around this wall, or leap over this wall, or whatever. So when I saw that word wall, I highlighted that, because that quote just came up last night when I got sucked into Facebook. But I love the quotes that come up, and it wasn't even from one source that I usually see quotes. So I thought, well, on purpose, this came up on purpose, and there it is. But I think that's a new way of looking at a wall.
Yeah, I love that. When I think of walls too, I think about boundaries, and like how walls can protect us, and walls can, keep things out, or they could keep things in, and protection.
Yeah, so I'm gonna write that down too.
Yeah,
because that's something I work hard on, is boundaries. I never had them in my life. Just everything, woo.
Yes.
Well, it's the top of the hour, so glad we could connect, and I got a little bit of the Lectio wisdom, and